Cricket bat making is very romantic and we all love it. So Cooper Cricket started in a garage at my home. It was just one of those things that I thought I'd love to try one day. I've always played cricket, I love cricket, I've coached it, but now that I'm finished playing and I just love to be able to make things. It's certainly what I did in my other trade, which is signwriting, but I certainly wanted to just get in and get my hands back on the tools again.
What it's like working as a bat maker in Australia, it's very special because there's very few of us, so I'm very lucky to do it. It's a dream job of mine, so it's amazing to be able to have that opportunity. And it's also very rewarding in that because there's not many of us, when we do get to finish a product, it is a blessing to do.
There's a lot of challenges, but super rewarding. It's very niche here. It's not like in the UK or in India or the subcontinent as an example. Very niche, so very proud to be part of a real small but successful community.
The biggest thing as a small brand, and we still find that today, is that trust is the biggest thing. We want people to trust us and we know what we're doing. However, because you don't see as many Cooper Cricket bats on TV or in retail stores, the biggest thing is trust. And especially when we first started, who the hell's Cooper Cricket? No one knows, and if no one knows, then they don't trust your brand. So that's probably the #1 challenge that we find today. When we first started in the market, we had to be different. We couldn't be the same as everyone else. We couldn't just make the same bat over and over and over again. So we went down the path of customizing bats for players. That's really worked for us. The fact that you can get a bat that gets made to your specifications, your weight, your handle type, your middle position, that's what makes us different. And that's what we've tried to do from the very start. It's taking us a long time to get the process right from a making point of view. However, from the outside, we've always tried to make sure that you can get the bat that suits you and the bat that you want.
My favourite part of working at Cooper Cricket is making cricket bats. All aspects of it. There's not one bit that I like more than the other. Just to see the joy on the customer's face after I've finished the product is just something that I love.
So turning a raw cleft into a finished bat takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of perseverance. We go everywhere from the initial shaping down through sanding stages. We need to make sure the shape's right, the weight's right, the handle's right, and then we get to polish it, bind it, sticking it up as a brand new product.
Well, it's super important that we keep making cricket bats in Australia and worldwide, to be honest, but it's not one of those crafts that can be totally done by machine. Yes, we have had to find ways to automate things to be able to be efficient in the way we manufacture. However, there's not a machine that you put the cleft into and it spits out a finished product. That will never happen. So it's extremely important to keep the craft alive, for one. Cricket bat making is very romantic and we all love it, and so we want to keep doing it. I think that's part of the passion and why we do what we do, is to make sure that we can do it and make differences in people's lives. It's extremely fulfilling and very rewarding. So we want to keep growing it, and I think the more that we manufacture and make and craft, the more that we can build the industry in Australia and support local talent.
The smaller details that we go into here at Cooper Cricket is we get to know the person, we get to know the player. It's not just a one-size-fits-all kind of situation. It's let's learn who you are as a person, and more importantly as a player, because we need to get that right for you. We're not getting it right for your best mate or for your mum or your dad that used to play. It's about you.
Is our use of CNC technology. It allows us to create a really consistent shape, no matter what willow we use, no matter what shape we're doing, it's always the same. So I'd say that's what we do differently to other
Making cricket bats is one of those things that isn't just all about what the thing that you're making is. And what I mean by that is that it has such an impact on other people's lives. So if you're able to make a cricket bat for someone who then goes on to score their highest score, hits the most sixes they've ever hit, or hits their first six, scores their first 100, has their best season, man, what a rewarding way to be able to make something, and then they can go out there and it changes their life. It enables them to have more confidence, not just at cricket, but at school, at work, at home. So that's it. That's it right there. The biggest challenge for any bat maker when they're starting and as they're growing is getting hold of adequate supply of great English willow. J.S. Wright and Sons, they only really want to deal with the big guys, and their allocations are full and booked and paid for the next 20 or so years. So there's really no way to get English willow from those guys. So you have to be creative, have to find different ways to find it. We've been really fortunate, and we've worked really hard to be able to go and build relationships with other suppliers, other bat makers, other English willow suppliers, to make sure that we can get great stock and great English willow. It is hard to get, but if you take time to build those relationships, you can do it. So that's something we're really proud of.
The most difficult part about bat making is working with a natural product. So yeah, everyone would love a big 40mm edge, 65mm spine, super full, at £2.7. But the reality is, we work with a natural product. Sometimes it breaks. Sometimes we can't get the weight down how we would like.
Proudly Australian made means to me is that we can control the quality we produce and put out there. So we do it right.
Being proudly made in Australia is one of those things that we are extremely proud of, and the reason for that is because it's almost the impossible, and we're doing it, and we're making great products, and we're making a difference in people's lives, and we can talk to them about it and see how they go, and how would we get that if we just imported something and just put a sticker on it and sold it to someone where we haven't put our own effort into making that product? So making things in Australia is extremely important to us, and it's something that drives us to want to be better all the time.